Hello, I'm Richard Anstey, and I'm the director and co-writer of this project.
Hi, my name is Melissa Taylor, and I'm the producer and co-writer of The Last Days of May. In addition to establishing the plot and writing the episodes with Richard, I established a budget and financing plan, conducted some market research, and established a marketing plan as well.
Hi there, I'm Lucas Ainetta, the recording engineer for The Last Days of May. Along with putting together the audio package, I also worked on prototyping Foley with my audio partner Kennedy and doing audio research.
Hi everyone, my name is Kennedy Tapp and I'm the head sound designer for The Last Days of May. Along with working with my audio partner Lucas to compile the audio package in the Bible, we have worked on prototyping, Foley experiments, and general audio research.
The four of us make up Serpent Sound Studios. Serpent Sound Studios is centered around producing high-quality audio dramas and fiction podcasts with a focus on creating a cinematic and realistic soundscape. We are engineers because we know how to use the hardware and the software to create the cleanest sound. We are scientists because we are always experimenting with new techniques to create a realistic and interesting sound. And we are artists because we're always using these tools to create a new universe for you, the listener, to enjoy. The project we offer you today is called The Last Days of May. This project is a serial audio drama in 5 parts, much like the old radio shows from the 30s. The audio drama format differs greatly from other forms of storytelling, like film, because of its ability to create soundscapes that are so vast and intricate that they can take the listener out of this world. It is engaging for many because it allows the listener to imagine people and places however they want. Last Days crosses a number of genres, like westerns and sci-fis, for which we will create a unique blend of sounds to convey. The Last Days of May follows a trio of young misfits turned outlaws on the run from a ruthless sheriff and his deputies. Set in the not-too-distant future, following a devastating ecological collapse and numerous wars, our trio, Steely Danielle, Marion, and Emmanuel, live in the city, a walled industrial society where people are bought and sold, and the sheriff cracks down on any broken law with the harshest punishment. The trio are tasked to escape the city, a crime punishable by death, and deliver a warning to a group of survivors that the sheriff is coming. Little do the trio know, the road to these survivors is dangerous and unsure, and they will be pushed to their limits as they trek through a forgotten land.
So the main trio in The Last Days of May are Marion, Emmanuel, and Danielle. Danielle is the fearless leader of the traveling trio. She is a young trans woman. She's the type of person to take the lead on the journey in hopes of starting a new life of freedom with Marion and Emmanuel in Valhalla. Although Danielle maintains an aloof facade, she would really do anything for her friends and the life of freedom she's been dreaming of. Emmanuel, a bubbly personality contrasted by a poor temperament, is definitely the oddball of the trio. Her and Danielle have a romantic interest in one another. Marion is the reluctant strategist of the trio. His timid personality doesn't exactly make him an ideal candidate for the journey, but he understands the crucial significance of their mission and what it could mean for the greater good of humanity. Ultimately, all 3 main characters show themes of friendship towards one another, and that's really the driving force behind the whole story. The Last Days of May is set in a post-ecological collapse in the not-too-distant future world. As the characters continue their journey, the rich, complicated history of the land begins to unfold through the characters and environments. The world has been ravaged by climate change and wars. Even the clouds themselves have fallen apart into a giant gray humid haze across the sky. Food is scarce and there's barely any clean water. Moisture harvesting is the best way in this world to get water because all other bodies of water are usually contaminated, if not dried up completely. There are 4 principal settings: the city, in which the characters start out their journey, which is a walled and oppressive state run by the sheriff's department. There is the outside, which the trio calls it, which is just the empty nothingness just outside the walls when they escape. Then there's the desert, which is where they conduct most of their journey from the city to the last place setting in the story, which is Valhalla, which is the cult they are trying to run to on the bank of the reservoir. Some themes in The Last Days of May are topical, and society today deals a lot with love, transgender rights, societal stability, and freedom.
So let's discuss the style and genre of this production. I think we're all very familiar with Western as a genre, so we hope to use audio elements to take your understanding of Western and sort of flip it on its head just a little bit. A lot of the themes in a Western that stick with you are visual, so it's my job to ensure that you feel transported into our unique and new world with nothing but audio. You can expect to hear over-the-top vocal performances, as well as organic sound effects and Foley. The sounds in our environment are meant to trigger a sense of familiarity with the listener, but with the production taking place in a strange time and place, we need to build our sounds and environment from scratch to ensure the listening experience is just a little bit different than what you might hear in your environment or in old-timey Westerns. In the post-production process, a lot of the sound design will be accompanied by music, but we are not relying solely on music to tell the story. We don't want the audience to feel like they have to work to follow the story, so we will rely on the use of sound design and voice actors to really paint the pictures in your head, with only a little bit of help from music to set the mood. A big part of creating an audio drama and making sure the audience is able to follow the story is making each setting that our characters visit different and distinctive from the others. We will be tackling this by making sure our bass tones for each location are unique to themselves before piling on each distinctive element of the soundscape. Mixing for each sound will be done individually from all other audio components, but will then be leveled and mastered with all other audio components, ensuring a smooth and easy listening experience.
In discussing our recording process, required that it is available, we'll be using the third floor audio suites in the Rogers Communications Center. We will be recording on an episode by episode basis, with each episode having a day allotted to record with talent and a day allotted for any Foley or special effects. To record our talent, we'll be using large diaphragm condenser microphones, and for Foley or music recording, small diaphragm and ribbon microphones. Any music will be downloaded via our Ryerson Music Sound libraries and placed into Pro Tools again on an episode-by-episode basis. All recording will be done in a stereo format using in-house equipment, hopefully. All recording will be done in standard broadcast levels of between -10 to -20 dB. For post-productions, we're going to place all our tracks, including talent, music, and sound effects, into one big Pro Tools session, process and EQ that. The end goal is to create a fantastic piece of audio that makes the production and our work shine. In terms of marketing, our target audience is projected to lie in the 18 to 54 age range. Our expenses will be less than that of a video production. However, we will still have expenses. These include studio and equipment rental at $525. This accounts for, of course, if we can't use the RCC. Cast wages account for $920. This is based on how many sessions each actor needs to be present for. Music and sound effects licensing will be free as we're using the Ryerson Sound Library. Distribution is also free as we will upload directly to Spotify and Apple Music and more platforms, of course. Income will be mainly from pre-roll podcasts and small business sponsorships at a combined $425, and some fundraising at $150, plus out-of-pocket financing at $350 per person. We plan to market The Last Days of May through social media, and we'll be releasing finished episodes and series to platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, Overcast, and Pocket Casts.